Comfortable in Odia or English?
Sir, in both, sir.
Both Odia and English. Okay. फॉर्मटा आज भरछन ना आगु भरथिले?
Sir, आज ही भरते।
आज भरले। वो तरतरे भरछन बोले?
आइए।
हां?
आइए।
सो स्मृति प्रज्ञा।
स्मृति सौम्या सर।
स्मृति सौम्या। सिग्नेचर करिया को भूली जंती। तरतरे भरछन बोले सेता पचारे।
अच्छा, हां सर।
So how could we decipher कि it was filled by you? तमने करछि कि आउ की कर चाम के जाने सो तो सिग्नेचर नहीं।
सॉरी सर।
हेलो? डोंट बी सॉरी। बी कंफर्टेबल। घर कोन तमरा?
सर जगतसिंहपुर।
जगतसिंहपुर कोन दे?
तिरतुल।
तिरतुल।
आइए।
तिरतुल पाखरे कोन नई अछि? ज्योग्राफी तम सब्जेक्ट से कहीं पछे?
सर सर पाइक नदी गोटे अछि और देवी नदी भी अछि।
पाइका और देवी। महानदी नहीं?
सर महानदी रो ट्रिब्यूटरी से गुडा।
महानदी रो ट्रिब्यूटरी।
तिरतुल देई के जोड़ा को जाय पाइका and देवी।
What is the difference between tributary and distributary?
So tributary which joins the river through its course, but distributary when it's comes to its end or delta.
ताले देवी और पाइका ट्रिब्यूटरी हैला ना डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरी हैला?
Sir, but Mahanadi tributary as from my knowledge.
ट्रिब्यूटरी हैले केमते? ट्रिब्यूटरी पर तमरो जो माने निजे को जॉइन करू जंती नई रे?
हां।
आज तले महानदी जाके लास्ट पार्ट रे पहुंची गरानी। सेते बेले पार्ट हे गला डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हे गला। तो सेटा हैला डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरी। तो देवी पाइका दिटा कोन? ट्रिब्यूटरी हेबा ना डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरी हेबा?
Sir, as per my knowledge, it is tributary, but right now
You are confused.
yes, sir. Not confused, but sir, I am unable to recall.
सिरोटे संखेश्वर कोलर पाखर गोटे पोल तयारी होतला बहुत दिन आगर तयारी हे सरलानी?
Sir, I am unable to recall.
तिरतुल ऊपर
I am
आईडिया
not aware of this.
नहीं तुम जेतु ज्योग्राफी देखिछ सेइथि में सब जिंस पचारे नहले आई वुड नॉट हैव आस्क्ड। हाउ 2013 रे इंजीनियरिंग पास करला तापर 2015 रे
Master, sir.
मास्टर्स कंप्लीट होला 15 ରୁ 22 पर्यंत वर्क एक्स किछि अछि?
No, sir.
15 ରୁ वर्क एक्स किछि? या पूर्व केते थोर अप्लाई करछो केते थोर ट्राई करछो सिविल सर्विस में यूपीएससी
UPSC fourth attempt देछि and OPSC this is my fourth attempt and I have written 2 mains.
2 मेंस इंटरव्यू दी थी आगे?
This is my first attempt.
चलो अच्छी बात है। डेट ऑफ बर्थ फर्स्ट 3rd of January.
Yes, sir.
You share your birthday with?
Sir, as of now, I can recall 2 important persons. First is Savitribai Phule, and second is sir Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg. Yes, sir.
So, you expect us to ask questions on them?
Sir, it's your choice.
Okay. Savitribai Phule was associated with one organization.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Sir, can I take 1 second to just recall? Sir, I am unable to recall the exact name, but I know she is associated with the upliftment of the women.
She was regarded as the first feminist movement, first women educator in India. Women education को से बहुत काम कर चुके हैं और से organization नाम है सत्य शोधक समाज.
Now I
It is perfectly okay that you don't know, you don't recall. It is perfectly okay. Then who is Greta Thunberg?
Sir, climate change activist.
Why was she in news?
Sir, she is she was around 13 years when she started the climate change as a climate change activist, and she did many kind of shows or many kind of and because of her, sir, actually, the many changes were brought out after her.
What are the changes?
Sir, one is Stockholm conference. She represented there. And
Stockholm conference was
Yes, sir.
already scheduled.
Yes,
So
yes.
what was to do with Greta Thunberg?
Sir, she represented there, and after that,
She was invited to present her talk in that great conference. So how it all started? Greta Thunberg तो गोटे दिन रे सब करना थी कोट तक से प्रथम चर्चा को केबे आसे जानि छ ताके विषय किछ आइडिया
sir, exact year I don't remember that.
से तो स्कूल रे पढुतले 13 इयर एज
Yes,
कथा
yes,
तमे
yes,
कहले
yes. 13-14 years.
13 इयर्स एज
started.
से स्कूल रू फेरला बेले तांको देशर पार्लियामेंट सामना रे प्लाकार्ड धरि के छिडा होतले कॉन्स्टेंटली फॉर 1 ईयर
Now
दैट
I
वाज द
know.
स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट
Yes, yes.
ओके गोटे स्कूल पिलाटे पार्लियामेंट सामना रे छिडा होची प्लाकार्ड धरि के सेटा ही टर्निंग पॉइंट थिला ओके another one great personality you can associate it with 3rd of January is Michael Schumacher. Who is he? Michael Schumacher is the greatest of all time cyclist.
Cyclist.
Sorry, cyclist no, se hochhanti jo race Formula 1 race.
Okay, sir.
Formula 1 racers Michael Schumacher. Okay. He was also born on 3rd of January.
Yes, yes.
One Odisha previous chief minister was also born on 3rd of January.
I don't remember.
He was then got an opportunity to serve as governor of a state also. Can you name him?
Yes, yes.
Have you heard of Janaki Vallabh Patnaik?
Yes, yes.
He was also born on 3rd of January.
Okay, sir. I'm unaware of this fact.
You should know. 3rd January जेतले तुम date of birth,
Yes, sir.
3rd January सहित associated many questions they can ask, unlimited. That is the entry point.
Yes, yes.
ସେମାନେ तुम 3 पेज जो देखिबे फर्स्ट एंट्री आरंभ करिवे ठीक अछि You have written your in which social media you are active. You have written Telegram and WhatsApp. What is the difference between them? Telegram and WhatsApp.
Sir, Telegram is, as per my knowledge, sir, it is made in India, I guess. Telegram? No?
No.
Yes. Then both are, sir, one difference, sir, I can tell that in Telegram, right now there is an issue called pirated version, or they can send the pirated issue, or one can copy and send to everybody, and it gets stored there. But encrypted messages, that the special quality of WhatsApp.
Okay. Is there any limitation on the number of members that can be added to a group in Telegram and
Yes, yes.
WhatsApp?
Yes, yes.
That may be
Telegram,
that may be
is-
another point of
yes, yes,
difference.
Yes, yes, yes.
You can also focus on
Yes,
that.
yes.
Okay.
WhatsApp, sir, it is limited, and Telegram, I think more number of people can be
Yeah.
added.
It is limited to 256 in WhatsApp and it is up to 1000 in Telegram. Okay. Your 10th percentage was 86%.
Yes, yes.
That is somewhat higher, we think. Then on 12th, it came to around 70.5.
Yes, yes.
Then again started to grow in +3, that is graduation, 74.5.
Yes, yes.
Then again it rose to 78.6. So why a sudden drop in 12th percentage?
Sir, actually, I was more at that time. I was more concentrated towards the JEE exam. So somehow my percentage dropped due to that reason, because I was more focused in the competitive exam. There.
Sure.
You have a bachelor in engineering, electrical engineering background.
Yes, yes.
How does the electrical system works for the service of government in
Electrical
Odisha?
system.
Yeah, the system, the electrical energy uses that goes to the end users, that the consumer. How does it work in Odisha? What is the system behind it?
Sorry, sir, but I'm right now actually.
You did not get my point. There is a system in engineering network. You know exactly what I said. there is a system in engineering network. How does it work in Odisha? From the generation point of view, supply end, what is the system?
So first we generate the electricity, then transmission, then it comes to distribution. And from the from the distribution end, it is get distributed to different consumers. And at the generation station, we have like hydropower station, thermal power plant, and right now we have thermal and hydropower plant, and we are working on the renewable energy sources more, that is solar and the tidal portion also, and the wind portions also, wind energy also. Then it comes to the transmission portion, and we are in transmission portion we are focusing on to reduce the transmission loss. That's why we are focusing on the HVDC line, which where earlier we were using HVAC line where loss is more. So compared to that, the right now we are focusing on HVDC line. So transmission loss, power transmission loss.
Then we move to distribution end.
Yes, yes.
And what do you do there?
So in distribution, we distribute to different consumers.
What is the distribution voltage?
Sir, 220 volt.
220
volt.
volt for
Volt for sir, normal consumers.
single phase.
House. Yes, yes.
And what is for three phase?
So three phase. I think 132, 33 kV, sir. 33 kV or
What is the transmission voltage system adopted in India?
when?
Right now, what is the transmission voltage system that has been adopted till now in India? Transmission system. In which voltage we do transfer power from one end to another?
Okay, sir. Sir, 33 kV by 120, I guess.
Exactly not that. First it is generated in 11 kV.
Yes, sir. Then it will step up.
Exactly, it is step up to 132 or 230 as per desire of the system. Then it is transmitted to 220 or 132, 400 kV, and latest discovery is 765.
Yes, yes.
The India's largest power network is 765 kV.
Yes, yes.
It is circulated all over the India. There is a different checkmate places, different grid sources that has been interconnected. As because we are till end vision, we use only 132 by 33 step down system, 132 220 by 33 step down system, right? So that distribution network observed from the 33 kV sources that move around different township area from a particular grid substation, GSS, that is called GSS. Who is monitoring GSS?
Who's monitoring? I'm sorry, I'm unable to recall.
That is Odisha Power Transmission Corporation Limited.
OPDC.
OPDC.
Yes, yes.
And who is monitoring everything all about electricity? Who is the designated authority? OES, you have to say it.
OES.
OES.
OERC.
It is governing all about electricity. It decides what should be the per unit
Okay, sir. I got it.
amount
Yes, yes.
paid by the consumer in different category.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Have you any idea about AT&C losses? What do you call it?
Yes, 18.
AT&C losses. I mean, this is very important when you are in the business of electricity. So everybody focusing towards the single point, that is AT&C losses.
So right now, no, sir, I'm unable to recollect it because it has been a huge gap. So
Integrated technical and commercial losses.
okay, sir.
Smriti, can you tell me what's the important event happened in your birth year in India?
1992. Yes, sir.
1992.
Yes, sir. So not exactly 1992, but I can recall. I can remember something that
Have you heard about
90s
Babri Masjid?
again.
Have you heard about Babri Masjid?
That is also 92-93 case.
92-93 case.
Maybe sir, I'm unable to recollect it the exact year, but I know in 90s LPG reform were come in 90s. Sir, liberalization, privatization, and globalization.
Globalization. So tell me, Pragya, Your subject in graduation was electrical engineering and you have done your PG in that also, MTech. Okay. But you have chosen geography and sociology as subject. Why?
Sir, because electrical syllabus wise it is very vast, and I have attempted my first civil services exam with optionals electrical and physics, and then I switched to geography and sociology. First point is that, sir, and second is I think that geography and sociology will more helpful to me in the service line.
So
Compared to
basically you mean to
Okay.
say कि you are an escapist person
so,
because you choose the easy one. You choose the easy.
sir, in practical case, it is also if we compare electrical and sociology or geography, then easy. Also, definitely it is easy compared to electrical. Or also, it's get me more mark. I think so.
Okay. So if you call geography,
Yes,
how do you find geography of Odisha is different than geography of Jammu and Kashmir?
yes, sir. So Jammu Kashmir is located in the northern side, topmost northern side of India, whereas Odisha is located as the eastern side of the India. Second point is, sir, Odisha is as it is situated to the nearby Bay of Bengal. It is more prone to disasters like cyclone, flood. But as we come to Jammu Kashmir, we doesn't see flood and cyclones over there, but basically we see earthquakes there.
There was a severe flood in
Yes.
Jammu and Kashmir also.
Yes,
So
sir.
how can we say
Sir, that
Jammu and
is about-
Kashmir is not prone to flood? Because many rivers are starting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But compared to Odisha, we don't see that many floods or cyclones over there.
Floods and cyclones are prone to Odisha. That is one part is correct.
Yes, sir.
But in Jammu and Kashmir, they see avalanche,
Yes,
they
sir.
see
Landslide.
cloudburst, they see landslide. Then how can we say कि in disaster point of view, Jammu and Kashmir is better placed than Odisha?
Sir,
You cannot say.
yes, sir. No. Sir,
Disaster
that is
can
just
happen
the
anywhere.
difference that I see.
Nature of disaster can differ.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in sociology, you need to study about many theories.
Yes, sir.
Can you name some of them?
Yes, sir. Sir, one I can recollect it right now is M.N. Srinivasan Sanskritization and Westernization theory that also belong to M.N. Srinivas. Second is Sir Karl Marx historical materialism, and Weber's ideal type. Then the Chaim on religion theory. Same Sir Karl Marx also given theory on caste and caste for itself or caste in itself. That much I can recollect.
Do you think the social reform
Yes, sir.
that started after the institution called PR institution, Panchayati Raj,
Yes, sir.
is there any impact on Indian society? The
Yes.
implementation of PR institution, Panchayati
Definitely,
Raj.
sir.
What
Yes,
was
sir.
that? What was the social impact?
Okay, sir. Sir, PR means the Panchayati Raj system is a ground level system, and it is from bottom to top approach, which helpful to the rural area or the rural people. Earlier they cannot come out, but right now they are participating in the development program, or they are come out. They can fought for their rights. They know what are their rights.
Is the system changed? It started in 1958.
Yes, sir.
The same system is continuing till 2022.
The system is same.
But
sir,
you
the-
said that now they are coming out.
But sir, implementation is different. The system was same. The core idea was
What
same.
differences we have seen in latest years?
Sir, basically the implementation process was changed from previous to now. They're
What
more-
changes?
Okay, sir. So they're focusing on the ground level thing. They're focusing on the development of education, health in the ground sector, in the rural area basically. They're focusing on the women empowerment, which is gradually increases. They focuses on the tribal area, which also recently can be seen.
If you call women empowerment one term you just now spoke, what does it mean with reference to self-help group? Have you heard the term
Yes.
SHG?
Yes, sir.
What is the impact? Self-help group, women empowerment.
Okay, sir. So self-help group is a group of a small group which belongs to some women, and they can take loan from the government, and they can utilize that loan for establishing a small business which can empower them. If a woman get herself the empowerment, then she can distribute it to the other women also. She can give the employment to the other women also, which leads to the women empowerment.
Is it only about the monetary gain they are getting, or is it impacting the livelihood also?
Obviously, sir, if they get the monetary assistance, then obviously it will help in their increasing their livelihood also.
If you are a bureaucrat,
Yes, sir.
somebody came to your office and started scolding you, abusing you
Yes, sir.
in your office, what would be your reaction?
So first of all, if the person started abusing me, then I'll listen to him or her, whatever make the person.
Would you allow him? I will listen to him. Means you are allowing to speak
Sir, Alan, I
bad
have
words.
to listen first that what he is telling, on what basis, what's the matter that he or she come to that point.
There is
scolding.
nothing matter. He has some complaint in some of your subordinate office.
Okay.
He is dissatisfied with them and came to complain about it and
About
started
him.
scolding you. You are nowhere involved in this scene.
Okay.
But it all started in your presence, your rule.
Okay.
Then what would be your reaction?
Sir, I'll try to convince him or try to make him understand what was the exact issue. And first of all, I need to understand what was happening there behind me and what was the core issue. Bring that man to scolding me or to that high temperament. And after that, getting what is the basic, what is the reason behind that scolding, I can make him understand.
If somebody wants to bribe you, will you accept?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, my principles are against it, and I don't like corruptions. So
You don't like corruption, or it is your principle to adhere to your integrity?
yes, sir.
Both.
Both, sir.
Okay.
Personally, I don't like corruption, and it's against my moral issues and my ethical issues also that I don't.
You have written in your hobbies mandala art. What is that?
Sir, mandala means circle, and it takes its origin from the Hinduism and Buddhism. In Buddhism, they are doing with the sand arts. With a pipe, they arrange the sand's particle with a metal pipe. But now it has changed. We are doing it many types of colors, and with it needed a huge concentration, and it gives a peace of mind because it needs also concentration, because we are doing with some points, little minute details were there, which increases the concentration level of a people, and at the same time it calm down, and also it is nowadays it is also treated as for the mentally ill patient who are depressed or who feel lonely, and it is prescribed for them to doing the art to make them calm.
Okay. I am not supposed to ask this question, but there is some doubt in my mind. That's why I am asking.
Okay.
You have written electrical engineering.
Yes.
I know electronics is there. What is the difference between electrical and electronics?
Sir, there is a basic difference. Electronics means a small thing, sir.
Okay.
Like diode, resistors that are compared. As per my knowledge right now, sir, electronics is basically the small things, and electrical is the big machines and
Actually, it was my
transmissions.
doubt. That's why I asked. I don't know actual answer.
So diode, thyristor,
Simply distinguish it that electrical is a subject related to energy,
yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
It's deal with the energy in the form of energy. We all working all about it.
Yes, sir.
The source of energy, that is electrical engineering. It's a huge difference and broad sense is there. You cannot say in one or two sentences.
Yes, I agree.
Electronic is a mechanism of equipment that you can use in advanced scientific way for any type of digitalization in the system.
Yes.
It is a electronic is a soft device process.
Okay, sir.
Electrical is a hard device process. Right?
Okay, Smriti, you must be following the news, right? So I want to ask, what is moonlighting? It's in the news recently a lot.
Moonlighting.
Yes.
Sir, I heard the term, but exact definition I am unable to recollect it right now.
Okay. Okay, tell me, recently the cheetahs are introduced in India. You must be knowing that.
Sir?
Cheetah.
Today's news.
Yesterday, for the last 2 days in the news.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
You know,
Yes.
read about it. Tell me,
Cheetah.
from where bringing
Yes, sir. From I think from
and
Africa.
how
they
it
are-
will help.
Yes, sir. From
India.
Africa, they are taking 6 or 7 cheetahs and they
Where?
are replacing
From
it
Africa.
to Puno.
Where in Africa?
So where exactly the location I don't recall it. But
Being a student of geography and you have taken the subject of geography, so you need not go to other areas. You need to focus on that also. So you should know from where it is coming, where it is going. It is
Where it's
coming
going?
Puno National Park, sir.
from Kuno or
How
Kuno
many?
Palpur National Park.
Sir?
Kuno National Park or Kuno Palpur National Park.
Sir, as I know, it's Puno National Park.
Kuno National Park it is commonly called, but it's actually Kuno Palpur National Park. Okay. Where is it situated?
MP, sir.
MP?
Madhya Pradesh.
Where? Which district it belongs to?
Sir, district I think.
Sipur district.
Okay, sir.
So how it will help India? Like why we are bringing? What's the
The
use?
cheetahs in India are extinct
Since when?
since around 60 years back.
60 or 70?
70.
60 to 70.
70.
70 years. sir,
Exactly
back.
70 years back, in 1952, officially we declared that all cheetahs have vanished
Yes, sir.
and they are extinct from India.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
That's
why
why
so
they
long
are-
time? So why we waited for 70 years? We could have introduced in 1960s also, 70s also. Why could not we do that?
So the exact reason I'm unaware of this, but one article I had read that cheetahs were extinct in wild, but some in rural areas were still kept in prison or in some tribal area or some rural area. People are using them for hunting and for their skin also.
If I'm not wrong, in 1947, the last cheetah was extinct in India. We waited for 5 years. When from all corners of the country, no news of any cheetah spotting was found, then we declared that all cheetahs are extinct from India. Then the started the process in 1970s to procure some cheetahs from Iran. But Asiatic cheetah is somewhat genetically similar to Indian cheetahs. So we started to explore the possibility to bring them from African subcontinent. African subcontinent, I mean South Africa, Namibia, Botswana and all those parts. Okay, they are genetically different. So in 2009, India signed an agreement with Namibia government, and the result is now. It is coinciding with 75th years of independence, and 8 cheetahs are coming, not 6 or 7. It is exactly 8. 5 male, 3 female. Okay.
So I would like to ask few questions from sociology. You must have heard about the Durkheim.
Sir?
Durkheim.
Durkheim, yes, sir.
So which theory do you like about Durkheim?
Sir, Durkheim's religion theory, I can.
So what's the difference between the sacred and profane?
Yes, sir. Sacred is one thing. When he studied in Arunta tribe, and he found that some people or group of people attached to one particular thing, that is, it may be a tree or maybe a river, any physical thing. When they come together to that physical thing, they get a satisfaction or feeling of happiness. and that is sacred for them. As per right now, I'm recollecting.
And profane?
Um,
Can the sacred be ever changed? Or it will remain sacred?
So that depends upon the thinking of the people or the society, I guess.
What Durkheim
That is
said?
for, sir?
What Durkheim said about it?
So sacred will change, I guess, from people to people, or with the society it will change. As example, in the Brahmin society, it is sacred that you put a thread, that sacred thread, it is sacred from them. When you go to different culture or different religion,
Can a sacred become profane, or can a profane become sacred or not?
no, sir.
Okay, if I say 4 terms, one is terrorism, one is fundamentalism, one is insurgency, and one is militancy. What is the difference between all 4? Terrorism, militancy, fundamentalism, and insurgency.
Sir, can I take a few seconds?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Terrorism is when a person intendedly or intentionally doing something which harms the nation or the peoples of nation. And basically, terrorism has a group of like ISIS or Al-Qaeda group. They belong to the terrorism group. When it comes to insurgency, as we know that it is inside the country also, that some people they might have some differentiation with the thought process or the developmental process of the government, and the insurgents, like most probably we see in the northeastern insurgency or
Then what is fundamentalism and militancy?
so militancy, as we see in Jammu Kashmir or Ladakh region, basically. Militancy is one single person can also carry forward this militancy. Fundamentalism, sure, I'm not sure about this.
Fundamentalism is basically related with any ideology that is detrimental for the integrity of a country. Okay. Any radical group can start any fundamentalist ideology. Okay. And it is propagated through mind of people. Their mindset is being changed for the detrimental effect of a country.
Yes.
Okay. Correct answer is okay. When I say about Ghadar Party, can it be called as a terrorist organization? Ghadar Party, have you heard?
Yes, sir.
Is it a terrorist organization?
In textbooks, sir, we have read that it is a
Terrorist organization or revolutionary organization?
revolutionary organization.
So why terrorist term is being used?
Sir, I think the reason was somewhere the Britishers used that word, that terrorist group or terrorist attack, because it was against them. So I think they have used or they have invented the word terrorism for the party.
You belong to Jagatsinghpur district, right?
Yes, sir.
There is one place called Alaka Ashram.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So Alka Ashram is, we can compare it to the, or we can think of that, the Satyagraha, salt Satyagraha of Jagatsinghpur started from there, and as
Started
I told,
from there or Bedimat?
sir,
Started from Alaka Ashram or started from Bedimat? Bedimat, have you heard?
no, sir.
Haldimalpa?
No, sir. Sir, in Jagatsinghpur, as I know that in Alka Ashram it was started, and we can we compare that place with the Sabarmati Ashram.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Gandhi has also come to that place.
Yes, sir.
Can you name a few freedom fighters from Jagatsinghpur district?
Yes, sir. Gopabandhu Das,
Gopabandhu Das or Gopabandhu Chaudhary?
Gopabandhu Chaudhary, sorry, sir, Gopabandhu Chaudhary,
Okay. Then
and
Malati Chaudhary,
yes, sir, Malati Devi Chaudhary, then
Sarala Devi?
Rama Devi,
Rama Devi.
Sarala Devi.
Dadiva Vanlenka,
Yes, sir.
Narayan Biravar Samant,
Yes, sir. And one I can think that Navakrishna Chaudhary also.
Navakrishna Chaudhary also.
Yes.
And
Do you know one place in Jagatsinghpur district where Rabindranath Tagore spent significant phase of his life and wrote Chitrangada and Gitanjali
Okay.
in that place?
Sir, I'm unable of this fact, sir. I'm sorry.
Never ever heard this fact. It is in Pandua,
Pandava. Okay, sir.
nearer to your Tirthol,
Okay.
right? Some 5-10 kilometers away from Rahama Bazaar.
Rahama.
There is a place called Pandua.
Okay, sir.
Rabindranath Tagore spent 16 years of his life there.
I am unaware.
And there is also a place in Jagatsinghpur district from which Anand Math, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay's Anand Math was inspired. Can you name this spot?
Sir, I'm unable to.
It is Udaybhat near Paradip. There was a saint called Sant Rajiv Lochan Das. He was actually the character portrayed by Mahendra in Anand Math.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Bankim Chandra Chatterjee was sub-collector of a district of one area in Odisha.
Okay.
Do you know where he was posted?
No, sir. I have no idea about this.
He was in Jajpur district. In fact, his Devi Chodhrani,
Yes.
that novel and Anand Math, both were written when he was placed in Jajpur district. Okay.
how can you distinguish between honesty and integrity?
Yes, sir.
What do you call honesty first?
Yes, sir. For me, sir, honesty is when I'm punctual to my duty or to my principle. That is honesty for me. And integrity is I should not go against my principles or my honesty. That is integrity for me. I guess.
Which has the greater value?
Sir, in my opinion, both have their own identity and own place. Integrity is, sir, if you have honesty, then you must have integrity in you also. If you have honesty, then integrity should have come.
मतलब अभी let's take a subset and set system which you are writing your math. Which one is subset and which is set?
Okay. Sir, I think honesty is set and integrity is subset. Okay. If you have honesty, then integrity should be within it.
तुम नारे गोटे पाठ अछि सौम्य सौम्य त माने कोन
So, Soumya mane hai na Sundar.
सुंदर
Sundar.
Ethics, morality.
Yes.
Is there any difference?
Yes, sir.
Please explain.
Sir, ethics is something duty bound maybe, or morality which depends on individual, that is which is morally correct or not, that an individual person can think, but ethics is I think duty bound or principles bound. Morality more upon depend on ourselves.
In specific condition. What will you choose while you are working in an organization? Will you choose ethics or morality?
So it depends upon the situation actually, which situation I'm facing or going through.
If you choose morality,
Yes, sir.
then you are dealing with ethics of that institution.
Yes, sir. Sometimes
That's
it
the crucial
happens.
moment.
Yes, sir.
Would you like it?
No, sir. Sir, as a civil servant, if I work, then my duty or the rules or regulations should come first. So I choose the ethical principle first. Then I think upon myself that what is right.
You have
or
only
wrong.
one option. Either you have to choose ethical principle or moral principle.
Yes, sir.
Then you
I
have
go
to
for that.
decide and
Yes,
give a decision.
Yes, sir.
What should you adopt?
Sir, I'll go by ethical principle because it's rule bounded and regulation bounded. Rules and regulation or laws, according to that, I'll take my decision, not upon myself or my what I think that is morality. So I'll go by the ethical principle.
And if your my first question,
Yes.
integrity is the set, honesty is the subset. You both know it, have a clear vision on it.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Why you want to be a civil servant? You are writing here, I may not be a good policy maker. That's why you want to become a civil servant.
Yes, sir.
This is the reason?
Sir, I write that I may not be a good policy maker, but I think I may be a good policy implementer, which are bureaucrats side.
So what are the qualities of becoming a civil servant?
Yes, sir. First, according to me, is rational thinking should be there, which is unbiased of every emotional or every action, which is unbiased. My decision should be unbiased or rational. Second, sir, I should be duty bound, and honesty and punctuality should be there. And sir, my quality, as I want to say, as per my knowledge, that I have that never give up attitude, which will help me in the services also.
So what's
That
the
positive attitude.
okay? Tell me, what's the biggest problem do you see the bureaucracy is facing?
Yes, sir. Bureaucracy, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, one I can think of is corruption right now. Second is, sir, the implementation part again, that in some rural areas it is
So
lacking.
why even after having so many laws, so
Yes.
many regulations, we are not able to eradicate corruption?
Sir, it is due to some middleman or some people who doesn't have honesty or integrity within them. Corruption still increases, but many people are, on other hand, also who are trying to eradicate the corruption part. Moreover, basically, it's depend on the individual thinking that whether he agrees to take corruption or the corruption or not.
Increasing or decreasing in society? You are a sociology student also.
Yes, sir. So, in my opinion, it is interesting.
So what we should do?
Sir, first of all, let's need to check that why we need to go through the basic reason that why that corruption is increasing. Though we have many kind of rule and regulation, still it is increasing. So we need to find the root cause of it. And the second thing is that the punishment part should be more there, I think.
What is culture?
Culture. Sir, culture is what people practiced. That is, it may be a dance form, it may be temple, it may be art form, or which people practiced from like ancient, medieval, and modern parts also for a long time. That is culture.
That people practice over a period of time.
Yes.
The pattern of learned behavior is known as culture.
Yes.
Then what is heritage?
Sir, heritage is, I think, temple or which have its national which have its some kind of importance, like some temple again. I said, which is a national heritage site, and which we need to preserve for our future generations also.
Have you heard about the term intangible heritage?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So intangible means we cannot touch that thing. That is a form or that is a dance form or thought process or that kind of thing. Intangible. So
Who decides whether it can be an intangible heritage or not? Who decides?
sir,
Have you heard about UNESCO? UNESCO decides.
I got it.
Okay. Can you name one intangible heritage that has been recently added in India to the list of intangible heritage?
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Durga Puja of Kolkata.
Okay.
It has been recently added.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So I want to ask one more question. Work from home, how it is affecting society
Okay.
and especially women.
Yes, sir. Sir, if it comes to women, then I can say it has two aspects. First is, sir, it is helpful for the women to work from home because the mother or the lactating mother or the new mother, they can take care of their child by working at the home same time. And sir, second is the women who cannot come out from their home, they also can work from their home. So I can take it in a positive way that work from home can help women or women empowerment. So negative is not in case of women exactly, but as we see some kind of fraud or maybe in online classes or work from home, that can be seen.
Husband is working and the woman is just a homemaker. Then
Okay. Sir, again, I can take it in a positive way. If a man work outside the home, then he might doesn't get time for his family or for his wife. But again, if his work at home or work from home, then he can give a balance to both work and the family life.
tell me the difference between women's empowerment and feminism.
Yes, sir. So feminism is kind of a thought process or the anger. Anger exactly not the word, but the thought process when women developed because it has been a history that women get exploited due to many reasons from our ancient medieval time, and when it become a culture or a history, then the feminism thing has arisen, and they basically fight for the rights, that they should know about their rights, they should given the choice what to wear, where to go, what kind of job they want. That fight for that rights is called feminism. Where we come to the women empowerment, it is known as if one woman is empowered, then she can empower other women also. It is in a developmental process. Same way, both are developmental, but feminism is kind of aggressive one and women empowerment is not.
Just now you have turned 31.
Yes, sir.
So there is a movie named Turning 30. Have you seen it?
Turning 30. No, sir.
Mainstream Bollywood movie named Turning 30.
No, sir. I haven't seen.
You are not aware of it. It can be a question, just ask.
Yes, sir.
Because you have just crossed 30.
Yes, sir.
So turning 30. That's why I asked.
I'm
Gulpanag was the
Sir?
Gulpanag
Okay.
was the lead actress, and incidentally, you share your birthday with her also. In 1977, she was born on 3rd of January.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.